Okay, so Woods and Plastics Christmas tree project. We're going to make this Christmas tree that we can laser cut and sort of slide together to assemble. Okay, we're going to start by sketching half a Christmas tree. So then draw a rectangle 100mm and 40mm wide from the origin, and this is just a box to draw the tree in, just to make sure we get the right size tree. So after selecting that box, double click to select the outline. You can make that a construction by clicking X on your keyboard, and those are construction lines, so you can't use them for extruding, but they are there to give you a sense of the size of the Christmas tree. So just with the spline tool, I'm going to draw Christmas tree. You don't get too hung up on the size or shape of it at the moment, because we're going to change it later on at the end. Make sure we're happy with it later on. So that's a pretty good start. And then rectangle for the base, and that needs to be 10mm wide and go up into the Christmas tree. And I'm also going to draw a line, so L on the keyboard for a line from the top to the bottom, so I have an enclosed space that I can extrude. So that is half a Christmas tree. Finish the sketch, use the extrude tool to make that three-dimensional. Select all the profiles. The material we have is 3mm thick, and I want to make sure I get that symmetrical. So symmetrical, 3mm thick for the whole length. Okay, so that is half a Christmas tree. And now we use the mirror tool to make the other half. So again, this will make sure that we are symmetrical. So I make sure I select bodies and the body that I want to mirror. And then the mirror plane is the plane there. So that has made a full Christmas tree. And now I'm going to construct a plane at an angle so I can make the other half of the Christmas tree. So select that blue line, the Z axis, and make our plane at 45 degrees. And then we use the mirror tool again on the Christmas tree, and this time the mirror plane will be that 45-degree mirror plane that we just created. Okay, and so I now have my two Christmas trees. And if we go into bodies, I can see I only have one body. So I'm just going to double click on the mirror operation in the timeline. See, the operation I used there was join. And so that joined the new Christmas tree to the old Christmas tree. And so we only had one body. So I'm going to set that to new body. You can see now we have two different Christmas trees. So that's great. So I'm going to hide that second Christmas tree, and we will create the cut slot for the first one. So again, I'm going to create a sketch for the cut slot. I'm going to use the center point rectangle tool, and I'm going to snap that to the top of my object. I'm going to make it 100mm high and 3mm wide, because that is the width of our material. I'm going to use the extrude tool to cut the slot. Okay, so I now have a slot in one of the Christmas trees. And now I want to get the opposite slot in the other end of the Christmas tree. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to use the combine tool. And what I want is to change the second Christmas tree, and I want to use the first Christmas tree to do it. And I want to set that to cut. And so that will cut the slot in the second Christmas tree. But I lost my first Christmas tree. So again, double click. I needed to click the Keep Tools button. So now I have both Christmas trees. And they both have slots, so they'll line up perfectly. Now we just need to create the base of the Christmas tree. So in the top view, create a sketch, and I'm going to make a circle, and the circle's going to be 40mm. use the extrude tool, extrude that up 3 millimeters. You can see by default it wants to make that cut and cut the bottom of the Christmas tree off, but that's not the operation I want. I also don't want to join because that would join them all together and make one body, so I want to make it a new body. And so now I have the base. I need to rename that base. And I just need to cut some slots in that base. So again, I'm going to use the combine tool. I want to change the base, and I want to use the 2 Christmas trees to do it. Kick tools. Perfect. So again, I'm going to add my initials to this by creating a sketch on the Christmas tree. Okay, now we need to get that ready for laser cutting. So I need to use the plugin on each face that I've created. So let's go through these one at a time. I need that file there. I need this face. And I need the face on the base as well. Alright, so if you're not happy with the way your Christmas tree looks, you can just go back and edit that first sketch that we made. And remember, if you click on the spline, you can get the handles and adjust all of those to get a Christmas tree that you're happy with.